Hi, my name is Dan. During this segment, we'll be discussing Advanced Payroll for Microsoft Dynamics GP. Advanced Payroll is a series of features that you can add to Dynamics GP Payroll. These features give you the ability to handle complex payroll requirements, such as paying different pay rates to employees because they work in multiple departments, positions, and shifts, calculating month-end labor accruals, or budgeting and tracking hours within the general ledger. We're going to walk through Advanced Payroll in 4 sections: pay policies, labor accruals, tracking payroll hours in the general ledger, and advanced labor reporting. Let's start with the pay policies. The purpose of the pay policy feature is to provide the ability to pay employees multiple pay rates because they work in varying departments, positions, and shifts throughout the organization. We begin by setting up the add-on codes in the add-on setup window. The add-on codes can be assigned to companies, departments, positions, shifts, and pay codes. The add-on codes add an amount or a percent to an employee's pay rate when that data is included in the payroll transactions. Here are some examples of some add-on codes we've already set up. The add-on codes are then assigned to the corresponding company, department, position, and shift. As we navigate to Department Setup, you'll see that we have an add-on assigned to the Sales Department. We also have an add-on assigned to the Supervisor position. And we also have an add-on assigned to the second shift code. When these data elements are entered into the payroll transaction, the add-ons will be added for the employee. Once we have all the add-on codes set up, we can review them in the Pay Policy Setup window. Here we can see how all of our add-on codes are working together to configure a pay policy. In this example, the base pay rate for the hourly pay code is $10 per hour. In the lower part of the window, you can see how the add-on codes affect the final pay rate that an employee would receive if they work for the to company and the sales department in the tech position on the second shift. You can see how the employee's pay rate changes as they move around in the organization. You can see that we can have multiple rows of add-on codes to show how employees will be paid when they work in multiple departments, positions, and shifts. We can also set up pay policies at the employee level. This is done in the Employee Pay Policy Exception window. Here we are going to select our employee, Adam Barr, and the hourly pay code. Adam's hourly pay rate is $16.10. You can see in the rows below that if Adam works in the to company, the installation department, in the supervisor position, and in the second shift, his pay rate is automatically changed to $19.60 per hour. In the subsequent rows, if Adam works in these departments, positions, and shifts, an alternative pay rate will be given to him automatically. This feature enables you to have multiple pay rates for an employee under one pay code. Without Advanced Payroll, you would need multiple pay codes for each pay rate that you would need to pay Adam. You can also create hypothetical calculations. In this case, we'll increase Adam's pay rate to $17.10. When we click on Redisplay, you will see all of the pay policy pay rates change automatically. That will enable us to determine the downstream effect of changing Adam's base pay rate. Once we have the pay policies and the employee pay policy exceptions configured, we can test those in the Payroll Transaction Entry window. In the Payroll Transaction Entry window, we have a transaction for Adam Barr. If we expand the transaction to show the details, you will see that as we change data elements in the payroll transaction, the pay rates will automatically change according to the pay policies. This is true if we enter the payroll transactions directly in payroll transaction entry, or if we import the time from an outside timekeeping system. Another component to the pay policy feature within Advanced Payroll is a transaction auto split option. The transaction auto split option enables you to configure automatic splits of employee costs across multiple departments. This works great for salary employees who don't clock in or out using a time clock system, and therefore we don't have payroll transaction data. In this example, we'll pick a salary employee and a position code in which they work. You can see that we are automatically splitting their cost across 4 departments: accounting, administration, sales, and supporting services. Advanced Payroll will split not only the cost for their gross wages, but also their benefits as well as their taxes across these 4 departments. We have now configured our pay policies. We started by setting up the add-on codes and assigning those to different departments, positions, and shift codes. Then, we reviewed our corporate pay policies within the system. We then set up individual pay policies at the employee level. And last but not least, we set up an automatic transaction split that enables employee costs to automatically be split across multiple departments. The next feature that we're going to discuss within Advanced Payroll is the labor accrual feature. This feature enables us to accrue payroll cost out to month end. Doing so will give us a more accurate representation of our true monthly payroll costs. We process labor accruals in the payroll accruals window. First, we enter our period end date, in this case, May 31st, 2017. The system will pull pay runs that we processed within that fiscal period. Now we choose our pay frequency, choose a batch ID, and enter the date for the reversing entries, typically the first day of the next month. Now we enter our accrued wages account. The next step is to choose a pay run that we wish to use as the basis for our calculation. In this case, we're going to choose a pay run that ended on the 27th of the month. Therefore, we're going to accrue 4 days of expenses into the general ledger. When we hit our calculate button, it will calculate the percentage that the system needs to accrue. We can now check and verify that the appropriate accounts will be accrued. The system can accrue on any payroll accounts. The system can accrue gross wages and expense accounts simply by checking the box next to the account number in the labor accrual accounts window. Once we've verified our accounts, we can print a preview report to show us the posting details. The report will show us all the accounts that will be accrued in both the accrual as well as a reversing entry. You'll also notice that will also accrue unit accounts that we're using to post to hours. That will be covered in the next section. When we close the report, the only thing left that we need to do is post the accruals, and the reversing entries will automatically be posted as well. We have just completed the labor accrual feature. To review, we began by selecting the pay period that we wanted to use for the accrual and confirm the general ledger accounts that will be accrued. We then posted the accrual as well as a reversing entry. The next feature in advanced payroll that we'll be discussing is posting payroll hours to the general ledger. This feature provides the ability to post payroll hours to general ledger unit accounts for budgeting and tracking purposes. To configure advanced payroll to post payroll hours to the general ledger, we go to the Payroll Posting Account Setup window. In the Payroll Posting Account Setup window, we have all of our posting accounts for departments, positions, and codes. There we have listed the financial accounts where the costs are posted into the general ledger. In addition, we have a unit account field where we can also assign a unit account where the hours will be posted. You can see that we have several unit accounts where hours from payroll will be posted into the general ledger. We have just taken a look at the payroll hours posting to the general ledger feature within advanced payroll. To review, we simply assigned unit accounts in the Payroll Posting Account Setup window. This enables us to provide detailed tracking and actual versus budget comparisons of our payroll hours. The next advanced payroll feature that we'll be discussing is advanced labor reporting. Advanced labor reporting provides us with detailed labor reports to be used for payroll cost and FTE analysis. We begin in advanced labor reporting by opening the Advanced Labor Reporting Options window. Within Advanced Labor Reporting, we have 5 reports to choose from. We'll begin with the Department Analysis Detail Report. Here you can see the options associated with the department report options. We can select departments, positions, employee IDs, and also areas of responsibility to include in the report. Once we have our options set, then we can print the report. The Department Analysis Detail Report shows us a lot of information about payroll costs. The information is sorted by department, position, employee, and pay code. You'll notice that for each pay code under the employees, we have their earnings, as well as their FTE amounts and their hours. This information is then summarized at the employee level, at the position level, as well as the department level, providing valuable information to department managers to perform detailed analysis and strategic planning. The Department Analysis Summary Report gives us summarized information of the detailed report. You can see that we have hours, FTEs, and earnings summarized by departments. This gives us a quick view of department information and can be compared to budget information. This information can also be broken down into productive and non-productive categories, and we also have the total amount. The next report that we'll look at is the Employee Analysis Report. Again, some of the same information that we saw on the detailed department report, but only at the employee level. For each employee, we can see all of their pay codes, and within those pay codes, the hours, FTEs, and earnings information for a specified date range, as well as year to date. Again, this information is helpful when performing analysis on payroll costs and when performing strategic planning. Other reports in advanced labor reporting include the benefit accrual report and year-to-date FTE analysis. To review, advanced labor reporting provides detailed labor reports to be used for analyzing payroll costs and FTE allocations. Advanced labor reporting breaks down the data by department, position, employee, and even pay code. We have now reviewed all 4 features of advanced payroll: pay policies, labor accruals, posting payroll hours to the general ledger, and advanced labor reporting. As you can see, advanced payroll equips Dynamics GP to meet complex payroll needs in a variety of industries.